to stand up here so you won't see my knees knock. Let me be the first to say, good job, Carl. More Carl. Did an excellent job. As I was preparing, I ran across a little saying that helped me. It said, the secret to a good sermon or to a good talk is to have a good beginning and a good ending and have those two as close together as possible. So I don't think I'll make the 10 or 15 minutes. I did not see that fine print there. But my dad has always told me and Shane, my brother, that one thing us Weekleys have never been accused of, and that's being real smart. And I know there's plenty of people that can attest to that. And he said the advantage to not being smart is that you sleep good. You don't remember a lot of things. You don't have much on your mind. You don't worry as much. But I still worry. I still have anxieties. And that's what I'm going to talk for a few minutes about this evening. I know we all deal with that, from our health to our finances, to our kids, even about trivial things, to the weather, how many calories was in that pie I just ate, to does my outfit match. We all have things that we worry about or concerned about, and that's normal. Even Job, back in the Old Testament, said that man's days are few and full of trouble. Worry, defined by Webster, is to think on or dwell on problems and fears. And the Bible talks a lot about anxiety and fears. I think 103 times. It's what the internet said, so it must be true. Be not afraid or do not fear. I'm going to run through some verses here. Matthew 6:34. Do not be anxious about tomorrow. John 14:27. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. But we all worry. But what I have found most of the time, what you worry about typically doesn't even happen. Or something happens similar, but it's different than what you thought, and the outcome is different, and you worried for no reason. Mark Twain said, my life has been filled with calamities, and some which actually happened, which is a very true statement I think we all can relate to. One analogy or example of this I came across was a National Bureau of Standards study. And the National Bureau of Standards, which I didn't know this, but they deal with weights and measures, anywhere from the weight of a nickel to the calibration at the gas pump. That's kind of what they do for a living. But they did a study on fog, and everybody knows what fog is. It's comprised of tiny droplets of water. But in this study, they took, I think it was 7 city blocks or 17 city blocks. I think it was 6 or 7 city blocks, which is about 14 acres. And they said if that area was full of fog at 100 foot deep or high, and you took all the water out of that fog, it would fill up a glass of water. So something that big, and you only get a glass of water, a little bit less than a full glass of water. And what I read here was pretty interesting. It says, if all of our worries were reduced to its true value, it would probably be worth less than 1 second of our time to spend on that. And Matthew, in chapter 6, verse 25, also speaks about worry, being anxious. Do not be anxious about your life. And he goes to talk about your food, your water, your clothes, and the like. Again, worry has a lot of negative impacts to our life. It can change our appearance. We lose sleep. It can affect our job. It can affect our relationship. It can make us physically sick. Proverbs, the writer there, says worry weighs down a person, and it certainly does. But the Bible, thankfully, has several steps and advice and plenty of examples that we can look from. 3 quick points to dealing with worry, anxiety, stress. Have faith or have trust. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean upon your own understanding. Worry, anxiety, we should pray. Philippians chapter 4, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer. And we should be thankful. We should think positively. Philippians 4, chapter 8. And this is, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are honest, just, whatever things are pure, lovely, of good report, think on these things. So it teaches us to think about good things. Again, to be a half glass full person. And then finally, I'll leave you with this. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't take you anywhere. Or it doesn't get you anywhere. There we go. Thank you.